You can't go out playing golf having fun.
Fun. Senor, you have obviously never played Wingfoot.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
You've got to be kidding me, Vegas. Monday night. There's my picks for this week. Now, if you want next week's picks, I can give you those by Friday.
Hey everybody, welcome to week 13, a lucky week 13 in the NFL. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Hope all of your Turkey Day wagers were winners. And now that all the tryptophan is out of the system, let's dive right into week 13 and all the winning picks. First up, we're going to take the Green Bay Packers, laying 6.5 on the road to the New York Giants. The Giants have not won a game in 2 full months now, and since October 1st, they are 0-6 straight up and 1-5 against the spread. The Giants are in a bad way, and they are just not that good. Also, they are a disaster at home, going 3-10 and 2-10-1 against the spread since the beginning of the 2018 season. Now, the Pack have won and covered in the past 4 road games. Past 4 road games that were not played in California, because the 2 road games that were played in the state of California, they were trip-ups for the Pack. But guess what? I got news for you. This game is not being played in California this week. Therefore, we are going to take the Pack over the laughable Giants. Okay? And there's rain expected this week. This week's game on Sunday at MetLife, which does not fare well for Daniel Jones, who's been super loose with the ball as of late, and a rainy, miserable day is not going to help him fare any better. So take the Packers, laying the 6.5 on the road to the New York Giants. And let me tell you, no shame in the game of buying that half a point and getting that line down to 6, because unless you're on the craps table, the hook is no place to be, especially in NFL games. So if you want, buy it down to 6, get off the hook, and roll with the Pack against the Giants in the first pick we are giving you this week. Now, we're going to move on. All right? We are going to move on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay? Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars are getting 2.5 points at home from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And yes, we know the Jaguars have not been great as of late. And we all know they seem to struggle against NFC teams. They're actually 3-15 straight up and against the spread versus that conference. Not good numbers. But you want to know what numbers are even worse than that? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have never won in Jacksonville since the Jaguars entered the league in 1995. Okay? Tampa Bay is also 3-8 against the spread on the season. All right? This tells me the Jags are going to get the win at home this week. I like the Jags money line, but if you feel safer with the 2.5 points, by all means, take the 2.5 points. But either way, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars get it done this week against a turnover-prone Jameis Winston. So take the Jaguars money line, or if you want a little safety behind you, take them with the 2.5 points, but the Jaguars get it done this week. Now, we only got 3 picks this week, all right? So we're going to go on to the final pick right now. And the final pick of the week, okay, is also the Wingfoot lock of the week, all right? But once again, Russell Wilson, dangerous Russell Wilson, and the Seattle Seahawks laying 3 points at home to the Minnesota Vikings. Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks for back-to-back weeks are going to be the Wingfoot lock. They got the job done for us last week, and we're going to ride that Seattle wave, okay? Now, the Seahawks, since Pete Carroll was hired in 2010, are 18-2 straight up. 18-2 straight up. 15-4-1 against the spread in home prime time games. Now, this game being a Monday Night Football game, my answer to that is boom. 18-2 in home prime time games are some staggering numbers, okay? Also, Russell Wilson is 5-0. 5-0. Straight up, and 4-1 against the spread in his career versus the Minnesota Vikings. So Russell Wilson has never lost to the Minnesota Vikings. And guess what? He's not losing to the Minnesota Vikings this week at home in prime time. That's why this is the Wingfoot Lock of the Week. Now, also, the Vikings are playing average football at best on the road this year. They're 3-3 on the road, okay? And they are 4-6 on the road in their last 10 games dating back to last year, okay? So you take an average team on the road against a team who has staggering numbers in primetime games at home, and that's really all you need to know about this one, okay? But I'm going to give you one more nugget. The last time the Vikings played a Monday night football game in Seattle, the Seahawks were a 3-point favorite, and what did they do? They won, and they covered by a final score of 21-7. Now, I got to tell you, as positive I am that Russell Wilson and the Seahawks win this game, and they do not lose this game this week to the Minnesota Vikings, there is something in my gut, and I don't know, it could be all the turkey, all the gravy, I'm not sure what it is, but there's something in my gut that tells me that Russell Wilson is going to pull this game out on the last drive of the game, or the last couple minutes of this game, come from behind and score to win this game, and maybe Seattle gets out of here with a 1-point or a 2-point victory. I see that as a real possibility, because I don't think the Vikings are just going to lay over. I think it's going to be a tough game. But like I said, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks are not losing this game. So why should we lose because of a 3-point spread when we know they're not losing? All right, so what we're going to do this week for the Wingfoot Lock is we are going to take the Seattle Seahawks money line. The money line is only about 145 or 150, all right? And it's no big deal to lay that small little wood because the Seattle Seahawks are not losing, all right? So what we're going to do here, we're going to take the Seattle Seahawks money line for this week's Wingfoot Lock. Okay, so good luck, everybody, and happy gambling in lucky, lucky, lucky week 13. Dangerous!